My name is Robert Probst. I'm the Executive Director here at the Long Beach Rescue Mission. I wanted to welcome you here for today and wanted to tell you a little bit about the Long Beach Rescue Mission. The Long Beach Rescue Mission is a place of healing and hope, serving the greater Long Beach community by improving the quality of life to the lost, the hurting, and the less fortunate, by equipping them to be reconciled to God, self, family, and society.
Robert, where will you be taking us today on our virtual tour?
Well, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy I get to take you on a tour. So we're going to leave my office, and we're going to walk down, and I'm going to show you kind of a unique area here in Long Beach. The Long Beach Rescue Mission is right next to a junior high school, and it's also across the street from a skate park. So, and then we have a big community surrounding us. So it's a unique place. So what I'm going to do is I'm take you down the street, catty corner from here. We're going to tour the men's facility. It's called the Samaritan House, and then from there we're going to take you to the Lydia House, which is a women and children's facility. And I'm sure you're going to be very impressed with what you see. And what you're going to see is a lot of the people you see are the people who are in part of our programs. And we have a long-term program, we have a short-term program. Most of the people that you see here today will be in our long-term program. And you're going to see a lot of people with masks probably and following all the protocol for what's going on with this COVID virus and COVID-19 virus and everything. So it's going to probably look a little bit different, but I think all of us are starting to get used to that. But what you're going to see is a lot of busy people doing a lot of stuff, and they're the people that live here, they go to school here, and they have a responsibility here at the mission. In our long-term programs, we really work on getting people reconnected back to being independent. So,
should we get going then?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Right, let's go.
Yes, so right now we're right in front of our administration office, and behind me you can see our junior school, Washington's Middle School, and then behind us is transitional living for women and children. Come on down. We're going to take you across the street over here to the Samaritan House, the men's facility, and we'll show you what's going on over there. All right, so we're getting ready to go into the Samaritan House, and you can see from out here right now, if you look down the block, it's pretty quiet. Usually it is pretty quiet. We like to keep it nice and clean and not too many people hanging out front because of the school and everything. But with this COVID-19 virus that's going on, we had to change our feeding system to, so we do a lot of meals for our community. And so what we do now is they line up, and as you can see, we have the tape 6 feet apart down here. So the community will line up for lunch from 12 o'clock. We pass out. It's the grab and go system. So they come to the door, we pass them a meal, and they go on about their business. So we do that for lunch and dinner to the community. All right, so welcome to Samaritan House. You can see this first point of entrance is our front area, the front desk we call it. And we always have somebody working at the front desk. Today we have one of our residents here, as you can see. And come on in. We'll see the rest of what's going on out here. Hey, so this is our courtyard. Over here to the right are our case management offices. The chaplain, how you doing? That's one of our chaplains in there. So these places usually just hopping when we're dealing a lot with the community as well, but right now we're kind of keeping everybody kind of on a lockdown, so to speak, to keep people from coming and going, as you know why. So this is our chapel in here. As you can see, there's a few guys sitting in here right now. We're kind of using it for multi-stuff right now, but this is, we have church services here every night of the week and on Sundays as well, and we use it for other things. All right, welcome to our kitchen. Come on in. As you can see, we're starting to get ready for our evening meal here. So as you come this way, you can see all these bags here. This is for the community. So we're also providing meals for the community, also for the winter shelter as well.
Now, Robert, I see a lot of seats here. This is normally full on a daily basis, but now not being used, or?
Well, this is still being used, but we have, instead of, this is for our residents that live here at the mission, and instead of having one lunch for all our residents, we have 2 lunches. So we spread it out. so that everybody's not so close together. We continue to try to keep people from their distances. So we actually have 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and two dinners.
So physical distancing, but socially close.
Yes, yeah, that's the way to say it. So we're in our kitchen right now, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty clean. This place is usually just going off though. Our average count here that this kitchen produces would be about 650 per day. We've been hitting up 1,000 per day since March. So we continue to be kind of consistent in the meals. They'll be anywhere from 800 to be all the way up to 1,100, depending on the time month it is. So right now, as it goes towards the end of the month, the numbers start climbing a bit.
So serving normally right here, coming through, and service, and then...
Those are for, the residents who live here on property will get served, step up here, get their plate, and go down and have a seat. And then, of course, we're knocking a bunch of meals out for the community.
And residents are cooking as well?
Yes, oh yeah, everybody has a job here. Yeah, we call it work therapy. So everybody that lives here has a job here, so.
Fantastic. So let's take a look at this kitchen that turns out now 1,000 meals a day.
Yes, it's always roll. We actually got it at a little bit of a lull right now. It's in between, the calm before the storm.
So what time will the staff arrive and start preparing for dinner?
Well, I can already smell the stuff in the oven for whatever they're preparing, so I'm sure they're probably out back having a break right now.
Okay.
So this is our pantry area here, and this is just a little bit of food. I'm going to take you to the barn that we store a lot of stuff. But it takes a lot of people to come together to be able to provide 1,000 meals a day. So we work with all different types, all different companies and food processors and food people in our community to continue to help stack our shelves. So we have a great list of different people, everyone from pavilions to Starbucks. So we have drivers that pick up donations each and every day, all day, every day, and we're able to, with all that help, we can feed a lot of people.
And so this is just the shelving area, just the cabinets, if you will, but we also have a barn that you call it.
Yes.
We're going to see that in a little bit.
We're going to see that. We also have an off-site warehouse when we do the big food drives. Where we go there and we sort everything there, sort it, bring it here, goes to the barn, and then a lot of stuff from the barn comes into the pantry area. But most of it, so we know what we have each and every day. As you know, we have something else. So depending on what we have available, but it's always moving well. So we're knocking out those meals every day. So it's pretty organized the way we have it set up.
Amazing. Okay, let's go check out the next piece.
So we're really happy we have a new freezer here that is so needed. It's a beauty too. A lot of these parts are actually parts donated by a company down in Orange County. We picked up the parts, and we had another company come in and put it together for us. So they just finished it, and now it looks beautiful and it's working well.
That's great.
So like I said, it takes a village to run this mission, so we have a lot of people who support the mission and give to the mission. Matter of fact, we just have a donation that came in right now. Okay guys, how's it going?
Good. Rubber, rubber? Yes.
Well, what do you have here?
You get a zip-up windbreaker.
Windbreakers?
And then you have some way to eat to get a quinoa salad and lentil soup.
All right.
Miso soup.
Oh, miso soup.
Ooh, my favorite.
So this jewel here was donated to us by Starbucks and Feeding America. They came together and donated this truck. It's a refrigerated truck, and they also even pay for our driver, along with they give us donations each and every day from Starbucks and food finders, and so they really help out with being able to meet the demands here in our community of Long Beach.
Wow. Robert, I wanted to ask how many vehicles you have in your fleet, and what kind of activity are we talking about on a daily basis in terms of going out, picking up donations, performing all the work for the rescue mission?
Well, we have 5 vehicles on our fleet. This is the only one of its kind of like this, which is refrigerated. But we have 2 other vehicles, a little bit older, this style, that we use for picking up donations. A smaller mini truck, and then a van as well. And they're always moving. Right now, we have 2 of them here, so that means 3 of them are out there. I just signed the the receipt for the gas just a little while ago, and it's cost us the mission around $2,700 a month on gas. So that kind of gives you an idea how much we're out cruising around, picking up donations, bringing them back and forth.
Now, will you stay inside of Long Beach proper, or do you go beyond?
No, we go beyond, all depending on what it is and what we're getting. We like to kind of keep good relationships with people. So right now, with our other donations shutting down for our thrift store and stuff, just until this virus is over, the food donations have actually gone up. A lot of restaurants, a lot of places have closed down, and now they have products that they're trying to get rid of.
And I imagine there are there are territories of other rescue missions that do. How does that work out? Is that something understood ahead of time?
Yeah, that's a professional courtesy that we give each other. Some people sometimes can cross that line, but you know, we're all part of an association. We're all entities, but we all work together. Everybody's just trying to make their, pay their bills, and so we're always trying to continue to work with our close community. However, there's some areas where they're kind of what we would refer to as open communities, where they're not the missions like LA mission and Long Beach, and then you have South Bay area. So. So a lot of people, I would say, from Palos Verdes, I always say, hey, in your own backyard is Long Beach, Long Beach Rescue Mission. But a lot of them don't even know their Long Beach is here, Long Beach Mission is here, and a lot of them give to Union. But, it's all good as long as the needs for all the people get met.
And so at any one point in time, these 5 vehicles are out on the streets picking up donations. And as you say, some of it's food, but some of it's also other items that would typically be going to the store.
Yeah, well, what happens if we get somebody is spring cleaning, they call us, they say, we have a lot of really good stuff that we'd like to donate. We would drive over there, get it, and the first place it would go to is the need of the mission. So say one of our rooms upstairs, one of our classrooms or something needed this item, that's where it would go. If we don't have a need for it here, then we would take it to our thrift store, and it gets sold at the thrift store, and then those the money goes right back into running the mission.
All right, that sounds great. And I've been kind of excited here. The next thing we're going to see is the barn.
Yeah, the barn is our food supply.
All right,
yeah, definitely.
Let's take a look at that.
All righty. So now we're inside what we refer to as our barn, but as you can see, it's our food storage area. Everything in here is processed. We look at all the dates on the cans. We want to know what we have, and then it's all organized, sorted, so we know exactly what we have, and we can put together, complete our menu that we put together for the week ahead. So yeah, each and every day this place is, you see it fluctuates a lot depending on the time of year and depending on how much giving it is. But yeah, everything in here is sorted, and we use it all to fulfill our menu.
And Robert, beyond the kitchen, does any of this food actually go beyond the kitchen and maybe is donated elsewhere?
Yeah, well, of course we do cook everything in the kitchen, and we feed a lot of people here. We also supply the meals to the Liddy House across the street and to the community that come by. But also we do a food box for emergency situations. We're not known for that. However, we do put out quite a few a year. Just this last Easter, we probably put out 100 food boxes. And that's for struggling families. There's a lot of people right now, and that's kind of gone up as well. There's a lot of families that are struggling. As you know, you're aware of, a lot of people are losing their jobs. So instead of families coming to get a grab-and-go meal, we will put them together like a family of 5 or something. We'll put together a food box for them.
It's amazing timing right now. Families are hurting so badly, and we know that we see in the news just the lines miles long when there are food giveaways. So you're really doing some great work in terms of keeping those families going. Yeah,
it's amazing how a lot of people are really struggling. And then on the other hand, you look at the mission, and our food source is going up because a lot of people really care out there and they're giving back.
That's remarkable. And I would say I've heard before is food has an amazing ability to engender hope.
Right, it really does. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the silver lining I see a lot in this whole virus that's going on, is a lot of the giving that people are doing, and it gives people hope, that's for sure. Yeah, so right now we're on the second story here at the Samaritan House, and as you see, you have all these different doors down here. These are actually rooms, so each one of these are 2 bedrooms. So our residents that live here, they come in and they get checked into a dorm of 12, and as time goes by, they'll go into a smaller dorm, end up in a 2-man dorm, and then they'll have an option to move into transitional living.
And those are communal bathrooms as well?
Yes, all communal bathrooms. We've got them redone in the last 2 years, so a lot of use, you know. We have 129 men live here, so what I do love about the mission, it's organized and it's clean.
That reminds me, Robert, if you could, while we're looking at this space, tell us a little bit about with all these people coming and going, certainly sanitation has to be high on your list always, but even more so now. Can you tell us a little bit about the preparations you're making?
Yeah, we have our facilities manager. Hey, how you doing? Our facilities manager is just a professional. He really knows his stuff. So what we do, we wipe it down. Of course, the protocol that's put in place, we're following it all by the standard that's put in place of us, and we're wiping everything down, of course. But we were already pretty clean. But what we're finding out, we haven't had any illnesses at all. But what we're finding out is we haven't had any illnesses at all. Usually this time of year we have a lot of colds, a lot of regular flus, coughs, stuff like that. And right now, since we've been putting these heavy-duty precautionary measures in, people just aren't getting sick in both houses. So that's something we're going to continue all year round, every year. It makes a huge difference.
You know, we've been talking at DLBA about the fact that the silver lining to this whole experience has been what best practices are you going to take with you into this next phase, into whatever awaits us and beyond in terms of normalcy. There are some really amazing lessons learned that will make you more efficient on the other side and more impactful. And we feel the same way at DLBA. Sounds like you're going to take some protocol with you as well.
You know, and that's one thing you never like to see, these guys and gals who are already down on their luck, so to speak, and then they're sick, and it's just, you know, and it's hard to go through your program when you don't feel good and living in a community type environment. So yes, washing your hands, keeping things sanitized means a big difference. You know, how you cough, where you sneeze, all that stuff does mean a difference, and we're seeing it working here, and it's something I want to continue to do. Yeah, as you can see, this is our 10 bed dorm here, and it looks pretty good. It's in order. You look at the ground. Even though a lot of wear and tear, the guys keep it pretty clean here. Of course, they're empty right now because everybody's doing something around here. Everybody here in the mission has a responsibility and a job that they do, along with a different curriculum that they have as well. Most of the program is structured for 8-hour day, so that in that 8 hour, it's 8 hours of their work therapy, a responsibility here at the mission, and 4 hours of curriculum. So I'm sorry, I think I might have said 8 hours of work therapy. It's 4 hours of work therapy and 4 hours of curriculum.
Okay, yes, that makes more sense. Robert, I noticed the Molina Closet referenced in a number of places. What is that about? How is Molina involved with the rescue mission?
Molina is one of our supporters. We love Molina. They've been really good to us. What the Molina Closet is we have a closet with containers that are just for toiletry items, shampoos, body wash, things like that. So they continue to keep that closet full, and we use that if we have enough of it here at the mission. We also use that in the community, so different families. You'd be surprised, like if you have a big thing of shampoo, conditioner, things like that, it costs a lot. So there's a lot of families with 4 kids, single moms with 4 kids, and things like that in our nearby surrounding neighborhoods. So we go through the Washington Association and we find out maybe the needy families, and we pass those out to them as well. That's
fantastic. You got your Samaritan House of partners here, house share partners. Interesting, wow.
This here's our program area, and we have our chaplains' offices and different counseling offices. The guys in the program. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, you?
Good, good.
Very blessed.
And then over here we have a educational center.
Wow, this is quite a layout.
Yeah, this is a beautiful room, office here. Everybody in our program gets evaluated where they are educational.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So,
So if
that's
they
part
don't
of the
have,
intake?
yeah, and if they don't have a high school diploma by the time the program's over, one of the goals is to get them a high school, a GED or a diploma. And then also, if say they have back college, some of our residents have been to college already, so it's just to brush them up, to get them ready for a career path perhaps, or to brush them up on different skills.
And so this must double up too for the career center, classroom, everything?
Absolutely, yeah. We have a classroom back here, but this is what we relate to as our learning center / educational center. And right now, same thing like our meals, we cut this in half, so everybody's 6 feet apart. So we, instead of having, everybody in our program comes and spends an hour here a day, so we just kind of made that two classes now, so they're split up.
This is really an amazing layout,
Yeah.
and you can tell that this is one of the important pieces to this puzzle that you've put together of rejuvenating and getting someone back into being a productive part of the community.
It's all about independent living, that's for sure. Yeah, this here is our classroom. So the guys get in here and they do different classes 5 days a week here. And early mornings, what we refer to as check-in. And of course, we're trying to keep everybody split up as much as possible during this time. We just had it remodeled recently, and we even have a screen that comes down with a projector over here, so we're really happy about that. And yeah, we're all up to date on this classroom, and a lot of people get some good education in here.
Amazing. So Robert, tell us a little bit about the curriculum or the classes that would be taught in here as opposed to the Learning Center next door.
Yeah, well, the Learning Center is more about maybe their English or their mathematics, things like that, along with what they can use on the computer. It could be anywhere from typing. In here, they do more of a group type sessions. Anyway, anything from the 12 steps to anger management, ACE overcomers, the 7 pillars of success, things like that, to just kind of work with their spirit and their attitudes to get them in the right place. A lot of people that come through our programs are dealing with some type of grief or some type of loss or some type of trauma, along with addiction and alcoholism. So all these different classes we put together in what we call it life recovery. So it's a good curriculum for success for life recovery, recovering from some of the things that life throws at us. So yeah, this is one of our transitional living apartments. So these are apartments that are people, when they graduate the program, they can come and move in here while they save up money for first and last month's rent when they move out on their own. Right now we have 5 men that live in here, 5 beds, along with the one across the way that has 5 as well. I kind of want to respect their privacy here, but I kind of wanted to give you a peek at what's going on. So that's it.
How many units then are dedicated to the transitional living?
Upstairs depends on the program, but we have 10 up here, and then on each apartment. But what we call is a bridge program, and the bridge program has had as many as 17 people in it, or as low as 6 people perhaps. Welcome to our Lydia house. This is one of the best kept secrets in the whole city. This place is amazing. This is where we have women and children all stay here, live here, go through our programs here, and get their lives back in order here. Matter of fact, here's one of our staff members, Christina. Hi, Christina.
Hi, Christina.
Christina actually went through the program. How many years ago?
4 years ago.
4 years ago, and today she's married, has a 3-year-old daughter. She's back in going to college. She works here, and she has they have her own place, and she gives back by working here. But it's a success story. So.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Congratulations, that's wonderful.
Thank you, yes.
So there's another all-star I'd like to introduce you to here. One of our staff members, Keena. Come on out here for a second.
Hello.
Hi.
Keena's a graduate of our program, and now she's a staff member here. She still lives on site. But tell us a little bit about you and your experience.
Well, I was homeless and on drugs for probably 20 years of my life, and found the Long Beach Rescue Mission, and it changed my life. I was able to go through the program and also get hired here as a on-site house manager, and I just feel safe here.
And so, day in, day out, this is, your job is what? Tell us a little bit about your daily routine.
Okay, well, I just make sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to do. I help out. If they have any questions, I answer them. And yeah, I just make sure the house is running well.
But imagine that when someone comes here, there's some acclimation that's needed, and it helps to have someone here that can kind of explain the ropes to them and get them comfortable quicker.
Yeah, definitely. And since I went through the program, it's more relatable. I can relate to them a lot better and explain everything because I've experienced everything.
Absolutely. I would think that that's invaluable.
Very.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So let me take you through here. We're going to go through the kitchen here at the Lydia House. We'll walk through the dining area as well. We'll come back this way. Hi, ladies.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
What's going on back here? Huh?
Snacks.
Snack time?
Yeah.
Okay. How's everything going?
It's very good.
God, this kitchen looks beautiful.
Yeah, this is immaculate.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
very nice.
Thanks.
All right.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
You're making me hungry, some
Come
of
on
this
through
stuff
one this
here.
way. Hi, ladies. Don't mind us. We're just passing through. Hi. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Hi there.
So this is Maggie. She's one of our staff here. She handles our case management. Maggie, why don't you tell them a little bit about case management?
It's the 90-day program, so the ladies get up to 90 days to save money, and increase income, and find permanent housing.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yep.
It's good to meet you.
Yeah, along with that case 90 day, we also have a year program here. We call it the New Life Program, and that program's a year, so the ladies and their children, if they have some, can come in here and stay up here up to a year
Fantastic.
and further.
So this is
Come on
the
through.
living quarters as well.
Yes. This area too also gets shut down in the evening, and they have different studies come in here. Different volunteers out of the communal come in here and do a different study each and every night. Right now they're doing it via Zoom though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Joining the world of Zoom, like all of
Right.
us, huh?
Right. Actually, we just put in a new screen over here, so that screen comes down, so and they can do the Zoom.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Do you think that's something that you'll keep any element of the Zooms and things like
I
that?
think
Is
so.
that
I think it's just like the silver lining that we're talking about earlier. We learned so much more on how we can do things more efficient, and if that's one of the ways, it's a busy world out there. There's to be some new changes, but I think it's people. You can reach a lot more people.
Yeah, for
So-
sure. Fantastic.
So this here is our children's room. We call it the children's room, but it's a little classroom for the kids. Sometimes when the moms are being in another class, a volunteer will come in here and do a special art project or something with the kiddos here at the mission.
How many kids would you say are typically here with their mothers?
I would say at an average, 12 kids live here at any certain time. It can be up to 23, 24.
Wow.
Yes.
And age groups from what to what would you typically
Boys up to 12 years old, and then with girls, from infant all the way to 18.
see? Wow.
But then if they're 18, they can still stay here even if they turn 18, but they become their own adult. So this here is the backyard of the mission of the Lydia House, and it's actually my favorite place and at the whole rescue mission. So if you come back this way, I'm going to kind of show you what's going on back here. Hello, how are you doing? Beautiful day, huh?
Plenty of bikes over there.
Yeah, plenty of bikes. It's a good open area there.
Hi there, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, and you?
Good, thanks.
So the ladies here have a place to bring their children or come back here and garden or just come back and read a book just to get outside.
This is an amazing space.
It really is. If you come back this way, you can see a little bit more of it.
Robert, was this all space that came with the purchase of the properties we've been going through, or have you been adding over time?
This actually space came with it, but we partnered with some churches and totally redid it. And then recently we got a grant and started putting in some gardening areas. Yeah, it's a great place. Kids love it back here.
Oh, I see some space over here is this little sitting area and a mural. Wow, Wow, some good gardening going on over here. And I imagine some of this gets incorporated into the kitchen.
Oh yeah, go straight to the kitchen.
That is
some good lettuce.
fantastic. I'm jealous actually. This is some serious lettuce. Looks like we got a tomato we call a scout, a volunteer. Excuse me, a volunteer. All right. Yeah, some onions, but this is just an incredible open space. Yeah, feeling very safe and secure here too.
Yeah.
You got to feel good as a mother who's maybe had, you know, as you mentioned, down on their luck, having a tough time, always keeping one eye open,
Yeah.
and
right.
to have a child as well, to have to watch after that child, to be here, and to know that you could have a moment to gather your thoughts and let your child play without fear.
Yeah. You know, a lot of our residents that come here not knowing, and the knowing can be very fearful. They think that's the place you go when people have no use for you. But they come here and they check it out. They see there's other people going through what they're going through. They can feel, like you said, safe, and it's like, whew, just made it. I feel safe now. And sometimes the hard part is moving them on their way because they feel so secure here. But it's healthy to start working on an exit plan once they get in here, because what everybody wants to be is independent.
Let's talk a little bit about that exit plan. So at some point in time, obviously the conversation starts to transition. I mean, I know all along they're working towards this idea of becoming self-sustaining, but tell me how you and the staff also are transitioning them. I imagine there are not only classes and some formal things that they are going to experience, but it seems like from a culture you're going to be giving them that confidence that everything they've been learning all along is all meant to reach this one moment.
Absolutely. And first of all, people come in and we call it the clarity point. So time to get your mind thinking right again. And it can be anywhere from 20 days to 130 days of sleeping right, eating right, resting, just so your mind's thinking. And then from there you realize that, you know, you're not alone. A lot of people that come in here and they think that they're the only one who messed up in life, and this is where you end up. And they realize, hey, you know, other people messed up. I don't have to be a part of the problem. Now I can be part of the solution. People always ask me, why are we so successful? And I say, well, it's two things. It's our faith. We're Christ-centered, faith-based organization, and plus we're of service. So everybody here that comes to the mission, part of their program is being of service. We have people that are going through what they went through, coming in the doors, coming to get help all the time, and people that here are a little bit further along are able to give back to them. And that could really, you know, the who rescued who type thing.
Yes.
That really helps. And then along with the curriculum and everything else, it's a good place to get people back into society. However, every case is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Every case is a little bit different. Some people just want to, just might need a little bit more time, but just about everybody has their own personal program, so to speak.
Yes, that's true. We're all on our own journey, aren't we?
Yes, we are. And you know, it's some of these ladies and men. We just work with them and get them on the right path. And you know, you get to the point where you're ready to do it again. And everybody likes a success story.
Yep.
You know, and the families embrace them. And I've seen families now, instead of locking the doors and they see this person coming home, now they're asking them for advice, because everybody knows somebody who's struggling.
Wow.
And everybody who's turned their life around, they look up to them and they want to know how they did it, what they did differently. So everybody can be a bright light.
I can see why this is such a favorite spot for you. I think I would be, as a child or even a parent, I think I would come out here, and this would be really rejuvenating.
Right. I wish I had this backyard when I was growing up.
All right, so Robert, where are we now?
This is our transitional house for women. So this is where some of the women come after they graduate the long-term program at the Lydia House. Then they have an option to come to the transitional living, where they are probably employed and have a time to start saving some income up for their next move.
And this is, just so everyone understands, this is literally right next door to where we came out, and the garden and everything that we were seeing. We can kind of see the tops of that play area over there, but this is literally right next door.
Right. What we want to do is knock this wall down and make it one footprint. And we I already have a plan, a design to build onto this to make it more rooms. We need more beds to help more
Okay.
women and children.
All right.
So if you come this way, we'll take a quick peek of the inside of the house here. It's a nice little spot.
And so how many residents would be in here at any one point in time?
6.
Okay.
Hello. So this here is the inside. I think I hear one of my residents back there.
This is very nice.
Yeah, it's a nice spot. This is Sarah, one of our graduates from the program.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
She lives here with her son.
Yeah, he's on his way home right now, so.
Oh, good.
This is a great space. Tell us a little bit about this space from your perspective. How much do you enjoy this space and look forward to it? And actually having a space where your son's coming home.
It's great. It's quiet. It's calming, and it also, you know, my son's turning 2 on Saturday, so
Oh my
he's
gosh.
very much into the climbing aspect of things, and he seems to just enjoy sitting in here with mommy quietly. I don't really watch too much TV,
Okay.
but we do love to read in the rocking chairs and those chairs lean
Yeah.
back, so it's nice to just kind of cuddle on those colder nights.
I thought that, and you talked about how peaceful it is. It is. It's a very calm space, and even the outside area has a little bit of that same feeling. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, the tranquility fountain's really helpful, especially on those like stressful days when you just can't seem to get that paper written on time. Sit out there for 5 minutes, talk with the Lord, read some of His Word, and it's just, it helps you get
Refocus, huh? Clear your head, refocus.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
very nice. And then he loves to pick flowers in the garden, so just sitting there watching him, you know, explore and be a kid is a real blessing.
That's fantastic. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Good to meet you.
problem.
Thanks, Sarah.
Nice to
See
meet
you
you.
later.
Bye, Chaplain Robert.
All right. Well, I think that concludes our tour.
Oh, fantastic.
So thank you for you guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for letting me have the opportunity to show you around.
Thank you for showing us. You've been a wonderful guide, and I think the Public Safety Committee and anyone else that comes, when all of this passes and we're in a place where we're in a state of whatever normal is after this, I'm sure there are going to be some folks that are going to want to see this in person. So
Absolutely.
if that opportunity arises, would you welcome us
would
coming back?
Absolutely love that. Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Robert. And thank you to Linda, too, for helping to set this
Will
up.
do. All right. Take care.